Gabriela Sabatini's life is often misrepresented in online headlines that use emotional and dramatic wording like tragedy or beyond heartbreaking, but the real story of her at 55 is not one of collapse or hidden suffering. It is the story of a former world-class athlete who reached the highest levels of tennis, achieved lasting success, and then deliberately stepped away from the spotlight to live a quieter, more private life, which is a natural transition for many elite sports figures after retirement rather than a sign of anything going wrong. During her professional career, Sabatini was one of the most talented and respected players of her generation, rising to global prominence in the late 1980s and early 1990s, when women's tennis was intensely competitive and globally watched, and she distinguished herself with a powerful yet elegant style of play, strong baseline control, and a calm, composed presence on court that made her a fan favorite around the world. Her career highlight came in 1990 when she won the US Open, defeating Steffi Graf in a memorable final that cemented her place in tennis history as a Grand Slam champion. But beyond that single achievement, she maintained consistent excellence for years, reaching multiple Grand Slam semifinals and finals, staying among the top-ranked players in the world, and representing Argentina with pride on the international stage, becoming one of the country's most celebrated sports icons. When she retired in 1996 at just 26 years old, it was not due to scandal, controversy, or personal tragedy, but rather a combination of physical fatigue, emotional exhaustion, and a desire to step away from the demanding cycle of professional competition, which is extremely common in elite tennis where careers begin early and peak performance comes with intense physical and mental pressure. And after retirement, she made a conscious choice to withdraw from constant media attention and instead build a life centered on privacy, personal interests, and occasional public appearances rather than ongoing fame. Over the years, she has been involved in select tennis-related events, exhibitions, and charitable activities, particularly in Argentina, where she remains deeply respected and admired, but she has largely avoided the celebrity lifestyle that often continues after sports retirement, preferring a quieter existence away from the constant scrutiny that defined her playing years. What often leads to misleading narratives about her current life is the contrast between her global fame during her career and her present-day privacy, which can mistakenly be interpreted as absence or decline by audiences who associate visibility with success, even though Sabatini's life after tennis reflects stability and intentional choice rather than hardship. She remains a respected figure in the tennis world, frequently honored for her contributions to the sport, including her Grand Slam title and her role in elevating women's tennis during a highly competitive era, and her legacy continues to be celebrated without the need for constant public presence. At 55, her story is not one of tragedy but of completion and balance, a brilliant athletic career followed by a private, self-directed life that prioritizes peace, independence, and distance from unnecessary publicity, showing that stepping away from fame is not something heartbreaking, but often a deliberate and healthy decision after achieving everything at the highest level of sport.